This is Kenny B. He's back in town. I'm glad to be back. And I'm here with the official call and my co-host, as always, Robert Bird, a.k.a. the Birdman.
Welcome back. We missed you. You finally let me out of your suitcase. Well, you didn't put me in your suitcase to take me with you, but that's all right. I'm just glad you went and had a great time. And it's good to sort of take a little vacation, recharge your engines every now
Yes,
and
sir.
then.
Yes, sir.
But I'm glad you had a great time, made it back home safe. But man, let me tell you something. We had a weekend of fights.
Yes.
Woo! The fights this weekend,
Yes.
they were something.
Yes.
And very surprising,
Yes.
especially this young man named Shakur.
Yeah. I flash back, Bird, when the first time I refereed Shakur, and while I'm in the ring and while he's doing his thing, I said to myself, this kid's got some talent.
Yeah.
And he showed his talent.
Yeah.
Because T.O. did the very best he could. He pressed the issue. The surprising thing for me was that Shakur, thinking that he's going to move a little more, he moved less.
Yes.
He stood right in front of T.O. and they exchanged, and well, you saw it.
Yeah.
You saw it.
Well, I've said many, many times, Kenny, that I believe that fights are won essentially from the waist down. And that was certainly true. I believe in this fight. I mean, when you think about what I'm saying, you think Ali, you think Floyd Mayweather, you think, Terrence Crawford when he fought Canelo. Being in the right place, using your footwork to get into the right place to do what you want to do, or to take away what the other person wants to do.
Exactly.
And this was classic.
Yeah.
I mean, this kid did exactly that. It really surprised me how easy this fight was, because most folks I talked to thought that it would be a much tougher fight.
Yeah.
With T.O. much stronger.
Yes.
But it didn't turn out that way. This fight was an easy fight.
For Shakur to come up from featherweight to junior lightweight to lightweight and to still have the ability to do what he did says a whole lot as well.
Yes.
And then the next question one may ask is, how far can he go up?
Well, just from what we know and having seen him, I think probably 147.
That's what I was
I
thinking.
think 147 would probably be max for him.
Right.
And there'd be some interesting fights at 147.
Yes, there would be. Yes, there would be.
Who do you think at 147?
Well,
if he went up to 147.
If he chose to go up to 147, we got Keith Thurman that's supposed to be fighting Figueroa. I think they're fighting in March. Figueroa being as tall as he is.
You mean Fundora?
I'm Fundora. I'm sorry.
Fundora. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
One would probably say would be a difficult match because of his height, his reach.
Yeah.
But Muhammad Ali used to say back in the day, Timber! Those taller fighters. We haven't seen Keith Thurman in the ring in a while, but usually when he comes out, I had the presence of doing his last fight when he fought Manny Pacquiao, and that was a hell of a fight as well. So we know he can get ready. So again, the question is, if he moves up or chooses to continue moving up as opposed to staying where he is, hey.
Well, there's some folks across the pond, as we say. This fighter over there that just raised a little cane. He might be a worthy opponent too.
Right. Who's that?
Mr. Benn.
I knew you was gonna say that. I knew you was gonna say that
Yeah.
because that was the next part of our discussion. Is that is it possible that they would possibly want to make that fight for Shakur next, as opposed to staying where he is and cleaning it out per se before he take that next step up?
Well, yeah, and all of that's really going to depend on him. And funny, I think that in that fight, the same dynamics that were supposed to be in this fight would be on display, because Benn certainly is a strong, powerful fighter.
Yes.
Okay, but I'm telling you, this kid Shakur, he showed me everything in the fight that he had with Theo.
Yes.
I mean, he showed it all: hand speed, footwork, skill, technical. He just showed it all.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And I know power is a wonderful thing, but you can't hit what you can't see.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Birdman, what if you could consistently stay in top shape?
I like that.
And we know that inflammation and injury is 90% about stress. What if you could see stress building in your cells before it promotes an injury? What if you could optimize recovery at the cellular level and identify the exact frequencies your body needs to perform at its absolute peak?
Huh? Well, I understand. There's this doctor, Dr. Luba Deniger. And she's a former NASA researcher and pioneer in frequency medicine. And she reveals how AI-powered bioresonance technology can revolutionize athletic performance and recovery. From keeping performance at your all-time high to preventing career-ending injuries and seriously cutting recovery time. Now, the Monicor device can change the game for elite athletes. This is the future of peak performance, and it's available today. And if you mention the official call, you also can get a discount.
Hey! When fighters choose to continue to move up, like you said, that power. Shucks, I remember Floyd back in the day when he was fighting at a younger weight. He was knocking guys out, but when he started moving up, the fights were going the distance.
Yeah.
More so than the knockout. So for a fighter that's moving up in weight, he's got to make that adjustment and know that it's not going to go in there and knock the guy out like I did at the lower weight.
And that's when all of these things, this hand speed and this footwork and all of those things become very, very important.
Yes.
But it's something that strikes me funny, because listening to the post-fight, Theo was saying that the reason why this fight kind of went the way that it did was because his corner was telling him to do certain things, and he wasn't listening to his corner. And it's always amazed me, man, that you would have these people in your corner, your coach, your people that you are paid money to train you and coach you and to be your eyes and ears, and you come back and you've done it, I've done it, I've listened to the corner telling them this is what you need to be doing because we see what you don't see.
Right.
And so what we're saying and telling you is what you need to do in order to make these adjustments.
Right.
And they don't listen.
They don't listen.
They don't listen to it.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Why would
Yeah.
you pay somebody all this money to do that for you and then not listen to it?
And don't listen.
You know?
Yeah.
And or you know, in some cases you got a father-son, that kind of relationship, and they're telling you, son,
Right.
you got to do this,
Right.
and you don't listen to
And you
it.
don't listen to them.
And the outcome follows that.
And one could say, is that not having the confidence in at that moment and at that time when you're in the ring that you don't agree with what the corner is telling you to do? So as opposed to if you're instructed by your corner to, use a double jab or counter punch more or whatever, and you don't feel confident to do it, so you just continue to do what you've been doing.
But you would think that if I'm doing this and it's not working, something should tell you,
Yeah,
perhaps I should be going in a different direction.
yeah,
You know?
yeah,
But like you said, sometimes even though you know the direction to go, you just don't have the wherewithal to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we give Shakur his props.
Yeah.
A very a good job. Yeah, we're hoping to see bigger things for him. But then the flip side of the coin, and this has come up before, the whole issue with the sanctioning fees.
Oh.
And well, first it was with Terrence Crawford when he fought Canelo, and Terrence had his reasons for not paying the sanctioning fees to the WBC, and now the same thing has popped up again with Shakur, and he has the same attitude, which expound on that one.
Yeah, on the one hand, I'm trying to be fair about things. On the one hand, if you are a part of an organization or whatever, and there are, or you're going to be involved in an event, okay, and there are certain rules and regulations and guidelines that are supposed to govern whatever event this is, and you, as an individual, say, okay, I understand that and I agree.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Well, in that case, then shouldn't one, if you've agreed to it, shouldn't one comply with that?
Right.
Okay. However, if those rules and things turn out to be, let's say, not fair,
right,
then are you still obligated to comply with them? And I think that's sort of what I see here, because the governing body for this particular bout, as I understand it, was the WBO.
Yes.
The title that they were fighting for was the WBO.
Yeah.
And so it would seem to me that the organization that rightly would be charging a sanctioning fee would be the WBO, because you're fighting for their title.
Yeah.
The WBC had nothing to do with this fight, as I understand it.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to reason out, well, if you had nothing to do with this fight, we're not fighting for your title, your belt is not on the line, why is it that you want a sanctioning fee from me?
Right.
And you had nothing to do with this, and I think that's sort of the rationale that Shakur has at least has expressed.
And for us laymen, because during our careers as referee, we didn't get into that.
No.
I can say politics or whatever, but that was something that we did not
Absolutely
get
not.
involved in.
Right.
And apparently the amount was 100K that
Mm-hmm.
that they were asking, and I said this back when Terrence fought Canelo. Um, can't the sanctioning bodies get together and work out an amount that's the same across the board, as opposed
Yeah.
to one organization saying, "Oh, we want this much,"
Mm-hmm.
and the other organization is saying, "Oh, we only want this much."
Well, and I'm certainly not the expert on this, but I'm just going with all the gossip out there, so to speak.
Yeah.
Basically, what they're saying is that the WBC, okay, has set itself up as the premier boxing organization,
Mm-hmm.
and there's some resentment by some of the fighters and certainly some of the other organizations to that. And I think the thing that triggered that is the fact that after I think it was maybe 1 week, the WBC came out and stripped Shakur of their title.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now you know and I know that there have been fights where fighters have, been I'm the 135-pound champion, but I'm going to fight for the 140-pound championship, and I win that title. Okay.
Right.
I get some time to figure out if I want to retain that title down here.
Yeah.
But you get some time to do that.
Yes.
And in this case, that didn't happen.
That didn't happen.
I mean, it happened rather quickly.
Yes.
And so one has to say, why?
Yes.
Why would you, when you haven't done that in all these instances, why would you do that in this instance?
Exactly.
So it's not a question that I can answer,
right,
but I think it's a valid question.
Yeah, it is a valid question, and we'll just, for the most part, have to keep a eye on that, because it's happening. I mean, is this type of thing going to grow into the sport of boxing, where if it's not agreed upon to what the sanctioning fee cost is, that you just don't pay it?
Well, and I know, and we know that's not where we want to go.
No.
We want to go into the politics of it, because, frankly, a lot of the politics of it is a part of the problem of the game today. And the reason why the next few years is going to see a lot of changes in this game if the game is going to get healthier and continue.
Yes, exactly.
Those revolutions and those changes are probably going to happen, and for the better of the game.
Yes.
But they're going to happen.
They're going to happen. Yeah. Okay. Well, we move on, and we're still we touched on this a little bit about Shakur and Conor Benn. We touched on it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We can open the gates up a little bit and say, to me, if that fight happens next, it'll be huge.
Oh.
They could take it to London if they want, and they could probably fill up a Wembley Stadium, because Conor Benn is on a roll.
Yeah.
And that's when you try to match fights of that caliber up, to keep that energy flow amongst the fans, to best fighting the best.
That's it. Or you put that fight on the undercard of Joshua Fury.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be in the same Phil Stadium.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Oh yes.
But whoa, wouldn't that be something?
Oh yes.
And it's workable.
it is workable.
It's workable.
It's
Yeah.
workable.
Yeah.
It is workable.
Yeah.
So if either across the pond or here in the States,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be big.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is that not only would it be big, but you and I know that fighters for so many years have been underpaid.
Yes.
A fight of this magnitude would, I think, compensate fighters in a much appropriate manner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The fight basically would sell itself.
Yes.
You
It
know?
would sell itself.
It would sell itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we got this fight was a very entertaining fight between Jarrell Miller against Kinsley Ibib, if I'm pronouncing it right, and it was a very competitive fight, and I think what added a little more flavor to the fight is the fact that Miller's was wearing a hairpiece, and during the course of the round, that hairpiece got loosened, and from getting loosened, he started to fight with hair, and during the course of the fight, he ended up with no hair.
Yeah. Well, this fight gave rise to a couple of real great sayings. For example, the other guy, he won this fight by hair. or
Hair.
there's always a price to pay. Yes. And the fight itself was entertaining, even for
Yes,
that.
it was.
But the maybe what should have happened, maybe pride goes before a fall, I guess. I don't know.
Right.
Maybe what he should have just done was go ball, because you know what?
Yes.
In this fight, the opponent was ball-headed. The
Yep.
referee
Was
was
ball-headed.
ball-headed. So, if he went
Exactly.
in and he was ball-headed, then it wouldn't have been a
It
problem
wouldn't
at
have
all.
been a problem. He might have had to do a little something, little snip on the little stuff that was still
Yeah.
growing, but for the most part,
Yeah.
ball-headed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some folks think that ball is masculine.
Yes.
Some women think ball is sexy.
Exactly.
So he had all that going for him, and he decided to go with a toupee.
Yep.
Bad decision.
Bad
decision.
Bad decision.
But you know what? It did give a little levity too. Our sports sometimes are really serious, but a little levity is always good.
Always, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it proves something that we always say: in a fight, you never know what's going to happen, and you've never seen everything yet.
That's right.
That's
right. That's right. Yep. Okay, our next fight was a fight between Bruce Shasha Carrington, and he fought a fighter by the name of Carlos Castro. Entertaining, tough fight. Again, this past weekend just had a show of fights that if you were the true boxing fan, you can't complain about mismatches. You just leave that at the back door because these guys fought.
Yeah. And this guy Carrington, he's just a very, very, very gifted young fighter.
Yes.
He throws great combinations.
Yes.
Seemingly every punch is lethal.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has everything in his arsenal: jabs, crosses, hooks, uppercuts, and he used them all in this fight. And it makes him real special.
Yeah.
And this was against a guy that was very game.
Very game.
Very, very game competitor.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that he handled this fight in the manner that he handled it, he sent a message that he's somebody that is going to be needed to be reckoned with in the future.
Yeah. Well, Carrington, with what you mentioned about his skill level got him the win, which as competitive as it was, and it was still competitive.
Yes.
But Carrington was able to bring out or open up that box and use what he got inside of that box as far as his skill level, and for him, he'll close it up and wait for the next one.
All the proper tools
and
in that
he's
box
got
he
the
used.
proper tools in that box. Exactly.
And he used them the right way.
Exactly. So next we had Keyshawn Davis versus Jermaine Ortiz. And again, we had another good fight, but the impressive thing for me was them body shots.
Yeah. Yep.
Them body shots, boy, it's good to see. I mean, you can actually kind of see the build up to the crescendo of what a body shot can do.
Yeah.
Because when a fighter steps back to get out of the way and go down, he's saying something.
Yeah. It's that delayed reaction. That delayed reaction, which you know a lot about, because in a fight that you did with, I think it was Hopkins and De La Hoya.
Yes.
It showed how devastating a body punch can be.
That's right.
You know.
That's right.
And quite often, it does take a few seconds for it to, get up there to say, hey, it's that delayed reaction,
That's right.
I need time.
You need time, and you can't prepare for a body shot in training. I mean, if you get hit there, you can walk it off, but in a fight, you don't have that option to walk it off. You in your mind, you decide on, do you want to get up and continue? Because your opponent now is saying, oh, I see where to go now.
Well, it's and what that fight proves is that, and like we just talked in the Teo fight, when someone is telling you, you need to do this and do this and do this, you need to do that.
Right.
And you didn't listen. Or if something was working, why wouldn't you go back to it? Well, let me tell you something. This fight showed exactly that. If something is working, you use it.
Yes.
And if it worked the first time, go back and do it again.
Go back and do it again.
That's what he did.
Yep.
This is, and it's about that showcased Davis's talent. And it also showed me that this time there was some discipline involved in his camp, because he came in on weight. Remember the last fight, he didn't make weight. And then there was no drama this time in the back room. All of that stuff happened the last time out.
Right.
So this was a fresh start. For Mr. Keyshawn Davis. He came in on weight. Used excellent boxing skills, constant pressure. Countering, because let me tell you something, he got a couple of chin checks in that fight. That ball checked his chin. And he handled that and came back. But the key to this fight is the old adage: you kill the body,
the mind will go,
and the head will fall.
The head will go. The mind will go.
And that remains very, very true.
Yes,
in this fight.
Yes, it does.
So Kenny, the good thing about this fight is that now Keyshawn Davis, he remains undefeated. Okay, and he's going to be a challenge to anybody at 130 or 135. Now, the name most people are tossing out there is
Devin Haney.
Okay, so What's your feelings about that matchup?
I think it's going to be an extremely good matchup because their styles to me, are a mirror image of each other. Yes. Um, I would probably say third or fourth round before they start opening up. I think they're going to be doing a lot of feeling each other out. Um, um, I think Devin Haney has the movement advantage as far as his ability to move, slip punches, etc. So I would probably have to lean in the direction of Devin Haney.
Okay, well, some people would say that in this fight, that Carrington would be the stronger, the power guy, and Devin would be moving around.
Yeah.
So tossing that out there, I'm gonna toss something else back at you. So given those style matchups, who would you pick, Shakur and Benn? Because it seems to me there would be some similarities there. Because Benn really is going to come out to be the stronger guy.
Yes.
Or will be viewed as the stronger guy.
Okay. Yes.
So
the game plan for Benn is being the stronger guy is how are you going to take your strength and apply it to your opponent? And with Shakur, we already know that he can fight inside, he can fight midway, and he definitely can fight outside. So for me, Benn is going to be more so a one-dimensional fighter, coming forward, trying to land the big shot, try to rough him up, body shots, hit the forearms, just make it difficult. Because the only thing that we still haven't seen from Shakur is him, his opponent, put him in a uncomfortable position. We've never seen him get hurt. We've never seen him go down.
How does he handle adversity?
How he handles adversity. And personally, I don't have a problem with a fighter getting hit and going down. It's how you respond after that. How you collect yourself and continue on. And we've seen the greats. I was talking earlier with our producer, Ms. Kills, about Larry Holmes. Larry Holmes has been hit by some of the heaviest hitters out there.
Get that right.
And he's gotten up and won the fight. So Shakur, we haven't seen him go down. We haven't seen him get hit. And until that happens, we don't know.
Okay.
But I'm leaning toward Shakur at this point.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, styles do make fights, and so because of that, there's another fight that occurred over this weekend.
Yes, sir.
And this is classic.
It was a classic.
This is classic styles make fights because you had one fighter, 5 feet 2 inches tall, fighting a guy that was 5 feet 9 inches tall and had a 7-inch reach.
Yes.
Okay. So the question for me, the minute I see that is, will the fighter who is 5'9", is he going to fight tall? Is he going to utilize his height and his reach? Or is he going to try to get down in the trenches with this guy?
Yeah.
Well,
featherweights. This fight was so entertaining. Featherweights. You mentioned the dimension size. One was much taller than the other one, but the short guy, Ball, had fight in him.
Yeah.
He had fight. You didn't have to. He didn't have to look for his opponent and then his opponent didn't have to look for him.
Yeah.
They met in the middle of the ring. There were moments when Ball looked good,
Mm-hmm.
and there were moments when his opponent
Figueroa
looked good as well.
Yeah.
And it's much as you watch the fight, how more intrigued you got into it because Ball wasn't backing up.
That's right.
He wasn't backing up.
Yeah.
And up until the 12th round, it actually kind of shocked me when Ball went down.
Yeah.
Because at that point, the 12th round is starting. It's like this fight's gonna go the distance.
Yeah.
And Figueroa hit him with a good shot and dropped him, and Ball just could not recover from that.
Well, the thing for me is and I've done Figueroa and
Mm-hmm.
I've watched him in fights, and he's tall, especially for a featherweight.
Yes.
You know, and he got that height and that reach, but his mentality.
Right.
His mentality, I'm gonna get inside,
Yeah.
And so he can do both.
He can do both.
He's a very effective fighter from distance, but he's a he can fight inside.
Yes.
He can definitely fight inside. And I think this was a fight, like you said, where both fighters utilized their skills and their talents.
Mm-hmm.
The difference was, I think, trying to overcome that height and reach of Figueroa was a challenge for Ball.
Yes.
And he met that challenge for the most part, but toward the middle and moving toward the end, the climb had gotten taller and taller and taller.
Yeah.
And because of his aggressive style, and I think Figueroa had kind of figured it out. You know, because he got caught with a couple of them uppercuts overhand right from Ball. Okay?
Yes, exactly.
He hit him with that little check hook, and you couldn't time that punch better because it was a check hook right on the chin, which is where you get knocked down.
Yeah.
Okay, most people, they think, this is where you get knocked out, folks. You get hit on this chin right here, that's when you go down. You can decide, you can deal with a temple shot, head shot, you know. But when you get hit right here, let me tell you something. That's where you go down, and that's what he hit him with.
That's what he hit him with.
It was it couldn't have been more perfectly placed or timed.
Yeah. And
didn't come at an opportune time, because that was a tough fight.
Yeah.
And then he just closed out the show after that because he couldn't recover from that first shot.
Yeah.
But man, what a wonderful boxing card.
Yes, it was.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, it was.
I mean, every fight was competitive.
Yes.
And we talk about this. And we talk about for me, the renaissance. Renaissance of boxing. It's starting to come back, man.
Right.
Maybe they're getting the message that people want to see a quality product.
Yes.
And that's what we're going to buy, a quality product. And if you give it to us, it's like if you do it, the day will come.
Yeah.
Well, if you give them that, they'll pay for it and they will come. And that's a great thing for this wonderful game that we love so much.
Yes.
This boxing game. And I tell you, I'm happy that the game is starting to reinvigorate itself.
Yes.
And with that, and with the promoters finally getting the message, and with the influx of Zuffa now coming into the mainframe of everything, I think boxing starting to become and get back to a good place.
Yeah, I agree, and very well said, because from this standpoint and from what we saw last week, the only thing we can do is look up. And I mean look up to better things.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some fights coming up. We got Ryan Garcia is going to be fighting Barrios in a couple of weeks, or less than a couple of weeks, and then next month we got Keith Thurman fighting Figueroa.
Yeah.
That should be a good one as well.
Man.
So like you said, we can only look for bigger and better things in our sport, and it's coming sooner than later. And hey, we have nothing to complain about, but just to enjoy.
That's it. That's it.
So with that being said, and to our boxing fans, we thank you for showing up between myself, the Birdman, and the official call. What I say, you must obey.
Let's do this.